page, YouTube. Yo, what's good, Rizzo? Yo, what you been up to? Yeah, I was just on here talking about what they gonna be doing with the NBA. I don't even know if they have any games on tonight. I'm gonna catch up on some wrestling tonight. You been following it? That's what's up. It's been a minute since I've been on live. I'm gonna have to start getting on live more. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I'm behind on it by some months because I've been watching basketball, especially with the March Madness stuff. Bet, man. I can't wait for them to put on WrestleMania. I need to watch some of these old. I recorded some of the episodes. I gotta check those out. Oh hell yeah! I can't wait for WrestleMania. That's why I gotta get catched up. I gotta get caught up before I watch it. That's why I'm gonna catch it. I'll probably catch up tonight and catch up tomorrow too. I'm gonna watch some of the old episodes before tonight's come on, or I'll record it. Then I'm probably watch some old Raw on Netflix. I know there's been a lot of shit going on that I've been missing. Man. Yo, I watched some of AEW last night, but I couldn't really get into it. Yeah, I seen that. I gotta check it out. I've been on their page. I seen they've been putting a lot of good content on there. Yeah. Is that similar to how they did when they did the WWE app? When they first launched that? They had like 24 hours worth of content. Well, they had more than 24 hours, but they had content on for 24 hours, but they had a lot of, like wrestling stuff. It was like hundreds of hours of content. I gotta check that out. Yeah, it was. Yo, Jericho is the man. But I think it's crazy how a lot of these wrestlers, they've been wrestling for decades and their bodies are still in shape. I like that. Oh shit. Dontavian Wicks just got traded to the Eagles. Oh shit. AJ Brown gone, man. I'm gonna say do not pace except for. Yeah, Rey Mysterio been wrestling a long time too. But I think it's crazy how they still be just going and wrestling. Even through the injuries. Decades upon decades. You gotta be really tough to do that. Mentally, physically. And shout out to Dominic Mysterio too. I think he will soon. Because I think they trying to write him into the storyline more. To me, wrestling is probably the only thing you see as far as like sports. I know there's entertainment, but sports entertainment that you see like the second and third generation of wrestlers doing just as great as the parents, or even better, or they even make it to the Hall of Fame too. Damn, Jazz and Grizzlies game has 20 reported, over 20 players have injuries for that game. I feel bad for whichever idiot is gonna watch that game. NBA got to do better with its product. You're fucking up. Yo, did you check out that Vince McMahon documentary on Netflix yet? Yeah, you're right about that. It's all about profit and not for the love of the game anymore. It's like, I think a lot of these NBA, especially these NBA players, a lot of them are just spoiled brats. They have it too good. Like, they whine about everything. But if you look at how these NFL players compete and how they love the game, it's crazy. It's amazing. That's why you continue to see that product go up, because it's like the NFL players, they invested. NBA players, they look at the NBA like it's a bank. Yeah, I got to check that out too. I was going to watch it last night, but I fell asleep. But I like what Netflix is doing. They've been putting a lot of good content up. Especially, I'm glad they started putting they have wrestling content that they did the since wrestling did the partnership with them. Oh, you like rugby? Shit, I never checked out rugby. I've been watching hockey. I was watching some of that the other night. But I gotta check out rugby. How is it good? I gotta check it out. I was watching hockey the other night. Shout out to the New York Rangers and the Carolina Hurricanes. The Canes, they won a division the other night. Oh, that's what's up. I gotta check it out. Golden Knights. That's what's up. Do you watch the UFL too? I thought what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, bro. My man went to Vegas and he came back with a Vegas team. That's been pretty good. I haven't seen a full game of that this season because of March Madness and other stuff going on. And working and been dibbling dabbling in the NBA a little bit. The UFL, I haven't been able to watch a complete game because I wish they would have put a UFL game on last night. I think they got some on tonight. They got some on tomorrow night, and I think they got some on Sunday. They had the Houston Gamblers. They was like a dynasty the first few years. Before they did the merge of the UFL, when they was the USFL, they was dominating, and then when they formed the UFL and combined the XFL and the USFL, the Houston Gamblers were still dominating, but it's like they falling off now. Oh shit, Travis Hunter is not playing both sides full time anymore. Oh shit, when they say that documentary is dropping, Jailblazers. Oh shit, I may have to check that out. Netflix is dropping a lot of shit. They got a lot of content now. Netflix saying it out there, big money too. And the Chiefs need to go ahead and just trade for Tyreek Hill. That's what Mahomes needs. Netflix has a documentary series called Untold, and I recommend watch all of their episodes. You know what? I'm gonna do that. Yeah, he did. That's where he was at his best, was with the Chiefs. And I think that's when their offense was at its best too, with him playing. Because Mahomes is like the GOAT then. Or the boat. I never really want to call him the GOAT. I call him the baby GOAT, or I call him the boat. Best of all time. I can't call him the GOAT because I think Brady is the GOAT. Well, yeah, they was like a dynamic duo. Then they had Tyreek Hill. Then they had my man too. What was his name? Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Well, his career never really popped off like I thought it would. They had a squad when they first won it, first championship. I get your point, but you got to think about it. After that Spygate scandal, he won 3 more with the Patriots, and then he won 1 with the Buccaneers. So I think you kind of can eliminate that. And Spygate wasn't him. That was Bill Belichick. I'm gonna say, like, yeah, I think everybody try to get a competitive advantage. You've had football players saying that they used to put the stickum stuff on their jerseys and their hands so they could catch, for the wide receivers, they would catch the balls. Well, I think that's for every team. Most of the teams in the NFL said they was doing that, but the Patriots got caught. I think the Patriots, they are the perfect villain. That's the thing with them. People love to hate the Patriots. And I understand it too. Why? But, yeah. Yeah, I got mixed feelings on that because I kind of see the point of how like the people in Memphis they wouldn't like that team moving, but same time I kind of see from the NBA player standpoint, I can see why they want to move it because it's like you're saying the hotels and stuff that they got to stay at on away games and stuff is not up to par. So I blame the city of Memphis for allowing that to happen. I'm with LeBron and the other NBA players that have a problem with the saying they just like Memphis. I'm like, they got to do better. But I don't think LeBron should be obligated to say that, speak up for the Memphis because they're saying the black community or that. I get it, but it's like Memphis got to do better for the city. That doesn't really have to do with LeBron. Exactly. I agree with you on that. And see, it's not going to get better until they admit that. But they want to put all the responsibility on LeBron. I'm like, LeBron just spoke his honest opinion. People get mad when they say LeBron is fake. They say he goes along to get along. He says this and that. But when he speaks his mind, people don't like it. It's like, you can't please people. Vancouver, I don't know how they might do. I think they'll do better in Nashville. Because Nashville is a growing and developing city. And I think their sports teams might do well. Because I think the Titans, they're doing well. So I think Nashville would be a good spot. Vancouver, I don't know. But I think Vancouver, I don't know, because they got the Raptors up there in Canada. So I don't think. Bears. Were you saying the Bears need to go to Nashville? Or you talking about the Bears possibly moving into Indiana? But I really think it's these mayors and these corrupt politicians like these mayors and city council members that mess up a lot of these sports cities is great now because it's like they don't want to invest in the sports teams like they should. I didn't think so. I didn't think it'd be Grizzly Bears in Tennessee. I agree. But see, I think what happens is with these politicians, they don't make these team owners responsible for the community. I think a part of the deal should be if you get a tax cut for moving your city and the city and investing into your team, those owners have a responsibility to clean up and invest in those communities to prevent homelessness and to invest in programs and invest in affordable housing and invest in mental health facilities and mental health treatments to help those people. But I also think too they need to also too is ramp up the police presence in certain parts. Because like you said, it's crime. People getting killed, and it's often, like we said, black people that often fall victim to these things because it's a lot of dysfunction out there, and they want to put it in our community. But I think except they need to make those owners have to invest in the community and have them actually put money and bring jobs and opportunities to these people. You're right, and I think that's what I think is going to be the fall and of this country and of its people is that the money is going into all the wrong hands and nobody is really doing anything about it and say anything about it. People kind of get mad when you start talking about, well, you got to stop people from scamming, you got to stop criminals from harming people, but people always they want to jump to one thing. Like with the LeBron thing, people like to deflect and say it's LeBron's words that's gonna hurt the black community. It's like, how the hell is his words gonna hurt the black community? It's already hurt. Exactly. Exactly. You said the words better than I could on that one. And I'm gonna reiterate what you just said. And us black people have a hard time getting ahead of because we hold each other. Let me see. We hold each other back instead of holding each other accountable. And you're right about that. And I agree. Yep. They call you Uncle Tom or Coon because you don't agree with ignorance. That how does that make sense? You're right. And they're saying it wrong too because Tom was the one that was helping out the black people. But they never want to talk about that. They call you Uncle Tom. They don't know the meaning behind that. Sambo was the one that was the coon working for Massa. But yep, you're 100% right. I think the black community as a whole, we just doesn't want to solve the problems. They want somebody else to solve their problems for them. They want a savior, and it's like the community is going to do well. Liz Rizzo in. Yeah, wait, trying to join it. Let me see. Rizzo,
Yes,
you in?
sir. Yeah,
Yo, what's
man, I'm here.
good?
I'm here. I'm doing some cleaning, so I'm running around, but I'm still talking.
Yo, that's what's up, man. You've been spitting some facts on that. You're right.
Yeah, it's been crazy because it's like just looking at the different situations, like just looking at this Cardi B thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm seeing a bunch of these girls I grew up with. We know what Cardi B has done. We've seen what she's been to the community, and so many black women don't have the mindset to be like, I don't want to be like this. Let me just be different. But everybody's like, I want to be Cardi B because she had this guy cheat on her and she has to get her get back. It's like that makes no sense. Then as far as men, we have this problem where we got the Gucci man and what's that dude's name? Pooh Shiesty. I was about to call him Shiesty man. Gucci man and Pooh Shiesty thing going on. And for some reason they think that because Gucci, of course, yeah, Gucci Man had his thing in the past of not wanting to be a snitch and the gangster stuff, but in 2026, the gangster is extinct. As far as us as black people, there's no way to do crime anymore without a digital footprint. But the black mindset, the young kids, honestly, the young kids don't see past go. So we got women that want to be like Cardi B, and she's not a good role model. You got men that want to be like Pooh Shiesty. That's not a good role model. But as soon as you call them out on it and say that it's there's better ways to think about it, then that's when you become the target. And that's the thing I can't stand about my people.
Me neither, man. And it's annoying because you see it and you call out the dysfunction, but it's they get they make you the bad guy for calling out the dysfunction. And it's like, why are people glorifying Cardi B? If a man did this, people hate Diddy for this, for stuff, similar stuff. They say they hate Cardi B, they love Cardi B for. Think about this. She's a street walking hoe. She bragged about drugging her tricks in the song.
There's a video of her talking about her prices selling her coochie, and women are still
Yeah.
going to the concert like, oh my God, she's the greatest.
I'm like, what?
As a woman with children, you should not want to be like Cardi B, or you should not want your kids to be looking at Cardi B and thinking that that's something that they want to be.
No.
And as men, you should want to be in a position where you can, like, let's say, for instance, right? Let's take out the whole aspect of street shit, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's so afraid. Oh yeah, I don't want to be a cop caller. That's being a snitch. That's being a rat. People move the goalposts. Being a snitch or being a rat is if you do crime with somebody and you tell to lessen your sentence.
Yeah.
If you're a business owner, let's remove Gucci Man's past saying he don't want to be a snitch. If you're a businessman, you have a multi-million-dollar business, and somebody's gonna hold you at gunpoint, you're not gonna go back and talk to get your business right. Even if you don't say anything yourself, you could probably like talk to. Honestly, fuck it. You talk to the police because you got robbed at gunpoint.
Yeah.
But then it's like you have a company, you have stuff that you have to take care of that street shit has nothing to do with. At the end of the day, when you have to put in your quarterly report, street shit has nothing to do with that. The streets is not going to come and file those fucking paperwork that you have to get done for your label.
Yeah. And to my knowledge, I don't think Gucci Man commits crimes anymore. I don't think he's a criminal anymore.
Oh, he said once he got out of jail, he was saying that he wants to change his life. I just finished. Hold on, let me go get the book.
So if he's doing that, that's not snitching. That's just him being a citizen, a productive citizen in society.
I just finished reading this shit like a few weeks ago. This is the documented the Gucci Man book.
Oh, I got to check it out.
Now, the one thing I can say about Gucci Man, a lot of the shit that he's done, that he said in these stories, pure stupidity. A lot of the
Mm-hmm.
shit he's done, he didn't have to do. It's just
Mm-hmm.
drugs and stupidity clouded his mind. But he goes, he tells the people this, and the people eat it up because they're all from the ghetto, they're all from the hood, everybody struggles. So it's just like, yeah, we ain't have nothing to come up on, so we robbed and we stole. And it's like, you did that because you refused to get a job.
That's it.
He's like, oh no, we couldn't get jobs because the economy is hard. Start your own business. As much as you guys can stand on the corner and sell drugs together, you could get together and you could make a company. Gang members come together all the time for nothing. They sit in one big ass apartment to talk about nothing. They can
Yep.
come together and come up with a business plan. They can copyright the name of the gang and turn it into something positive. There's no way that you in 2026. There's no excuse for why you cannot do shit the right way. And I have these issues when I talk to people online and they're like, oh, I don't know why you feel like that. Gucci said that he's never gonna snitch, he's never gonna rap. Rap is wrestling. He's playing a character.
Exactly.
Nobody's thinking about these things. Rappers are wrestlers. They're playing gimmicks. Yes, they want to sell to the people. They want the street kids to be like them. But the thing is, these companies are pumping out these rappers as putting out these negative messages, which is poisoning the community. And then when it hits close to home, then all of a sudden people want to speak up.
Yeah. And see, this is what people don't understand. Well, artists and rappers, they're creating art. 90% of these rappers don't do most of the stuff they say in them songs. It's pure entertainment. And see, this
Hmm.
is what our community understand that. Also, too, these rappers are not heroes. These celebrities are not heroes. Your people and your family, your teachers, your janitors, local business owners, people in your community, they're your role models and heroes you should look up to, not these rappers and celebrities. They're
And, be-
just a fantasy.
and because
They're
these people
projecting
don't
the
make
image.
Yeah, and because these people don't make millions of dollars because of one song, they're not gonna get looked up to. Like, have you ever seen? Well, have you heard of Diamond Gym?
I never heard of.
Okay, so Diamond Gym, that is a gym in New Jersey, and they have footage out. They make content. It's a lot of content. There's a guy on there named Unk. He, if I could want any kid to be like anybody, I would want the kids to be like Unk from Diamond Gym. That is a real man.
Mm,
He will go to work. He'll take care of what he needs to take care of. He take care of his family. Comes in, does the gym. He's not promoting no street stuff. He's not talking about nothing crazy. It's just about being a man, standing on your own two, and being able to take care of what you have going on. And if you're able to help others in the process, that's what makes you a gangster. Not the streets, not selling
mm-hmm.
drugs on the corner, not robbing, not stealing. And then let's talk about gangs. In 2026, why aren't gangs still trying to protect the community?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was made from, but at the same time, it's difficult because gangs were built from the teenagers of back in the day. So gangs are still living off of a teenage mentality.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people aren't getting that. All these little kids now, they're doing the drill rap. And if you don't change history, you're doomed to repeat it.
You're right.
And nobody sees this. And like there's time, let's say for instance, right? I was in the shelter at one point. I had a roommate, lazy as shit, don't want to do nothing. All he want to do is sit around and watch sports all day. And then he get an attitude when I don't want to talk to him. He's like, "Yo, what's the problem, bro? You're sitting here watching sports. Them niggas is at work. You need to go get a job. You think just sitting around on your ass all day is gonna get you somewhere in life? No, it's not. But
That's
you let,
crazy.
but you let somebody else tell it. Oh no, he's just hating. He's just hating." Because I want other people to do better for themselves, I'm hating because I'm just going to tell you what's wrong. Okay.
Like you said, that they don't want to hear that, and it goes to what you said about manhood. There's a lack of manhood in our society, and especially in our community, is not being promoted.
Mm-hmm.
It's under attack more than ever. Uh, think about in our community, you have a lot of black women. They will respect a thug, a gay man before they respect a stand up masculine black man. They'll call him a nerd, or they'll call him a coon, or they'll call him a square. Yeah, I like being all those things. There's nothing wrong
It's
with being that.
it's a good thing you touched on that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're familiar with Charleston White.
Yeah.
People hate his guts.
Yep.
And the sad part about it is he's telling the truth about everything.
Yep.
When it comes to a lot of these single moms, a lot of times they're only raising gangsters or gays.
Yep.
And that's what people are thriving on. And it's like as soon like just like you said, as soon as you want to go to work and you want to take care of your business, you're labeled a square. But
Mm-hmm.
like so I grew up in the Bronx. I grew up in a neighborhood called Edenwald. And I'm gonna be honest, like when it came to that neighborhood, like growing up there, I hated it. No, actually no, let me rephrase that. I loved the neighborhood, I hated the people that lived in it. It's like every day you leave out, you go to work, the same people that's in front of the building sitting on the bench are there when you leave, still there when you come back. And then once you want to be better and do better, that's when they start turning their nose up at you and they make you feel like you're less than. And then when I finally decided to move the hood, it was under some crazy circumstances. But when you hear about what people say when you're not around, it just really reminds you that the projects is a negative spirit. There's a
It
dark
is.
cloud that floats over every projects, and nobody seems to notice that.
Yep.
You have to be a certain level of ignorant to fit in the projects.
Yep.
And what makes it worse is that it's 2026. A lot of women have seen men come and go, and none of them want to correct this behavior.
Mm-mm.
They still have babies with the same bums that made the block hot. And then when they have kids that want to do better, then they kind of treat the kid a little bit different. Like, it's my kid, but he's not like his daddy. Meanwhile, the daddy's a whole criminal doing 40 years.
And you hate the daddy because you talk shit about him.
Exactly. And then you dress the kid just like the daddy that treated
Yep.
you wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hang out with friend. Like, listen, there's a girl I'm talking to now. She got a friend. Oh, her friend goofier than a motherfucker. Man, this girl, she thinks that if you like, okay, let's just say if how can I say it? She would rather be with a dude that streams than a dude that actually works.
That's sad.
It is terrible, and it's like, what, like, I like, all right, money, but they're useless.
Yeah,
We need people to work in the post offices. We need people to work. How many times have you been to Dollar Tree and there's only one register open?
a lot.
We need people to work them registers. We don't need fucking streamers to tell the kids what's popular. The kids need to be educated. The kids need to be in school. And we don't even have books anymore. You go to the library. I went to the library. I didn't even see books.
That's it. You telling the truth about that. You don't. All you see is technology.
All the kids, they're all doing their thing. They're in school. They don't have notebooks and textbooks. We used to have to go to school with book bags full of textbooks weighing us
Yep.
down. Most kids have scoliosis now because of them damn textbooks.
Mm-hmm.
Now the kids, they don't know what the struggle is to carry that Nike book bag with the straps full of textbooks that you can't carry.
Yep. You remember? I don't know if y'all had to do this, but we had to go to the library at least once or twice a week, check out a book.
Yes.
Sometimes you had to do a book report on it.
Yep.
And sometimes you just had to. They told you to read different books throughout the
And
week. And you.
and this was before Spark Notes.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Wasn't no chat GPT then. And
Nope.
if they caught you cheating, oh, that was it for your grade.
Uh-huh.
Plagiarism was not accepted.
Nope. And also too, when you failed the grade, if you messed up on those tests, there was only time they let you redo a test
Summer
is if you
school.
was out sick.
Mm-hmm. Either
But
that or
there
they make you
wasn't no
do.
we gonna curve the grade for you.
Mm-hmm.
What they do now is they have it set up to where the kids they put the grade a certain way so if they go to school they can't fail.
Yeah. It's worse than No Kid Left Behind. It's like we got kids that are doing the bare minimum getting by. It's like life is now just a big participation trophy.
Exactly.
And it's sad and barbaric to say, but these are things that we have to put back into the community.
Yeah.
You have to put first place, second place, third place. If
Yeah.
everybody's all included, everybody feels special, and then there's no reason to really work. There's no drive. And then, and I hate to say it too, we have to bring back bullying. I don't mean bully a
Exactly.
kid until he kills himself, but I mean you gotta listen.
Because it builds up
Normalize.
masculinity.
It builds up max. It builds character, and at the same time, you remember back in the days, you walk outside, somebody make fun of your sneakers. If you wasn't good with them jokes, you got ate up. But then you came back next time. You knew how to talk. You knew how to respond. These kids now, you cut on something, you laugh at them, they go home kill themselves. Kids is weak
Yep.
now.
Yep.
You leave a kid in the car in the parking lot, they die. What happened?
Yeah.
What? They used to leave us in the parking lot all the time.
Yep.
These kids
And
are
you
built different. They fall over, they get a little scratch. When's the last time you seen a kid with a scratch on their knee?
I can't think of it because I remember you used to try to bite, you fall off. I still got the scar. I think I still got the scar right now where the I fell off the bike and I scraped my whole knee up. It's bleeding.
Yeah, I think I still got a couple of scars from Charles. Let me check my eyes. I still got one on my elbow. The kids,
Man,
they don't know what it's like,
they
and
don't even play
then
outside now.
oh, they don't. They listen. The only time they play outside is when they want to shoot each other.
Yep.
All the kids, I seen the little. I was at the smoke shop. I went to go pick up some weed. Seen these little high school kids. They had to look like they were freshmen. They looked like they were fresh out of eighth grade. And they sitting there at the smoke shop, and I had to pull the unk card. I'm like, what are y'all doing here? Oh, we about to smoke. You know what? I ain't even gonna say nothing. Cause my thing is, I don't want the little kids there because they're gonna fuck up the smoke shop, and then I can't buy my weed. So y'all need to leave.
Yeah.
It's like this, and then like women. I feel like we should normalize making fun of women that go get surgery.
Exactly.
Girls go get BBLs, laugh at them. They're like, you don't love yourself. You ain't got a BBL. And I'm gonna be honest. Listen, natural selection is a thing. All these kids jumping on the train car, let them.
Yep.
Stupidity wins the day. I hate to say it, yes, a lot of parents are going to lose their kids, but that's what your kid gets for being stupid, and that's why you have to parent your kids better.
Yeah.
Kids go outside, they lose their minds, they start doing all this dumb shit because they want to do click. Let's get rid of social media. If there's no need for clicks and likes, what are they going to be doing? If
Yep.
there's no social media, there's nobody to show off for.
I think we need to get rid of it for kids. I think keep it for adults because I
I
think
feel like you should only be a business with social media.
yeah.
Like social media has destroyed society. It took a normal person and made and it filled their head with so much garbage. Like
Yep.
a regular person would think that they're a superstar because they got a couple of followers and likes and all of that. Take
Yep.
away all of that. Everybody go back to being normal. Back
Uh-huh.
when you could go outside, there's no phones in sight. You could have a cookout. Everybody's involved and everybody's active and talking with each other. Nowadays, you go to a party, everybody's standing around on their phone. Nobody's dancing to the music. The music is garbage. There's AI artists now. Like, what the hell has happened to us?
Yep. It's we're like the Walking Dead,
Yes,
like
but now
zombies out here.
instead of zombies, we're all tech junkies.
Yeah. And I don't
They
even go to parties and stuff a lot. I go out to bars and stuff and lounges. Well, I don't even go to lounges or clubs a lot. I, or parties because it's like, what's the point?
a
You
nice
got the
bar would
girls,
do.
the women, they twerking on each other, and then you
Mm-hmm.
got the other the niggas, they on the phone posting up, taking
Yep.
pictures.
And then the division of the men and women, the division of the sexes.
Yeah,
And also, it's a role reversal. The women want to be men, the men want to be women. It is messy out here.
yeah,
The level of disrespect. You can't talk to a woman in public without being embarrassed,
yeah,
talk crazy to. And then when you start, like, they have this, women are like, how come men aren't talking to women in the streets anymore? Because we're tired of being embarrassed?
yeah.
Like, if you try to say hi to, or even, here's a better example. This woman was walking, she dropped something out of her bag, and the guy's trying to get her attention, like, ma'am, you dropped something. Stop trying to talk to me. I got a man. Ugh. And it's like, you dropped something. My bad. You so goofy.
Yo, the level of women, they are so fucking conceited. They think
It's
every man
terrible.
wants them.
It is
And
terrible. And
it's
then,
like they're
but
just they say hello, you say hello to them, they think you want them. Like, what the fuck?
and then I do blame the men because it's a lot of these down bad simps, thirsty men
Yeah,
that they do like they think what they beef. So all they do is try to do stuff to brown nose for women, and it's just like, bro, relax. I go online. There's times I may be talking about something, a girl would chime in. I'll correct her on what she may be talking about. Then you got some guy to chime in because he's trying to battle for her affection. It's like, bro, we are on YouTube. You're in the comments. She's not gonna sleep with you because of a YouTube comment.
yo, I had that happen too. And they want to argue you down. It's like, man, be a man. Stop being a simp. That's why these women don't respect you now because you sitting there kissing their ass. Stop
Exactly.
being a man and leading. I
These
say it
people
all the
are
time.
insane.
Women are gonna lead. Women are gonna follow. I always say, me and a friend, we always say, women gonna go where the action is at.
Yep.
If you start providing leadership, they gonna fall in line. But you keep being simps, they gonna keep running over you and thinking they run the world.
And then
Keep
let's look.
destroying the community.
And then look at the idol worship. They're everybody's worshiping Beyonce, Cardi B, and nobody's talking about the damage that's being done. Nobody wants to be their own person because they're following behind these stars,
Yeah,
not realizing that these stars are just normal people.
he paid to entertain you.
That's why Michael Jackson was the last of the Mohegans.
Yeah,
You got
and
all
it
these.
goes back to what Malcolm X always said: stop looking up to these celebrities as your leaders.
Yup.
And we're falling for this right now. It's our downfall.
It's getting out of hand these days, and it's like you can't tell anybody nothing because they make feel like you're just trying. Nobody just wants to be told anything. Nobody wants advice.
Nope.
Going back to like talking about the growing up in the black community, there's a lot of men, they don't respect male authority because they've been raised by single moms.
Yeah,
A lot of the communities are single women communities, so it's like to see a man try to tell them anything, they don't want to hear it because that's how their mom acts, or that's what they see in the neighborhood. But it's just a bad time to be a human. And now we got war going on. Trump is trying to destroy shit.
I think people will get mad with Trump on this because, and I think the black community, it happens is they get mad with Trump. They're deflecting and trying to blame everything on Trump, but it's like Trump is just exposing the mess that's been going on, and a lot of stuff in the black community. If you really think about it, he's cleaning a lot of it up.
Yes, he is
People don't
cleaning it
want
up.
people. It goes back to what you and I said earlier. People don't want to take accountability.
Hmm. Like
So
I was,
go
go
ahead,
ahead.
my bad.
Oh, well, I was talking like I'm talking to a girl that's in Florida, and I've been hearing that they're changing things where when you get food stamps in Florida, you're only allowed to get healthy options. Like you can't get soda, you can't get junk food. You can only get healthy stuff with food stamps.
That's
And
good.
it's a great thing, but
Yeah,
let the black community hear that. They're like, "Oh my God, where am I gonna get my juice and my soda?" And it's like that's what's killing us. They're purposely making you get healthy stuff because we're dying from high blood pressure, diabetes, all this crazy stuff that's generational.
yeah,
Hypertension. How many black people got? How many of our grandparents got gout?
a whole lot of them.
And nobody's trying to change their diet. Every time you turn around, somebody got to eat a fried Oreo or what is it, seafood boils with all the crazy fixings, and it's like we're,
Yeah,
nothing is healthy. And then gluttony is running rampant. You got people doing the mukbangs online and stuff. It's bad. It's like not preaching the Bible because I don't really go for the Bible because a lot of it's been changed, but just in general, just holy books. I'm not really a fan of them. But even then, it's like if you take the time to read what's in those pages, they're trying to tell you that the end of times are coming. Well, now they're here, but you know, it's just a shame.
but you know what my problem is with people with the Bible, like you said, they try to change it. If they go by what that book says, everything that book says is happening. It's happened.
Hmm.
It's going to happen. But I don't like what people do is they a lot of these people do is they try to take the Bible and make it into the guide for your life. It's not a guide for your life. It's a history book.
Yeah.
It's telling you not to be stupid. It's teaching you order, morality, dignity. I say this all the time. The Bible is the most pornographic book you're gonna read.
Yes.
But all your preacher does is clean it up for you.
Hmm.
But people don't read the Bible, so this is why they're ignorant too. If you start reading things, you'll understand why things is the way it is
Yep. But
in the
also
right
too,
way.
it's a
But people don't want to do
discrepancy.
that. They
Hmm.
want to do what they want to do, and then they and keep expecting a different outcome. But you're doing ignorance, and you get ignorance, but you think you should get the best. It's not going to work like that.
And then the church is filled with some of the most scummy people I've ever met. It's like a lot of people they get into these religion. The one thing I learned from an atheist, which is crazy, when nobody wants to put up with somebody's shit anymore, like when nobody can tolerate that person anymore, they go find a higher power. You look at all these people that became stars, did all that stupidness, and then when they became unbearable, now they want to be Brittany Renner, I think that's her name. She was what Christian and Muslim, and now she's something else, and it's just like,
It's all a grift.
yes, it's terrible. And then even if you follow, like you got those religion thumpers that go around and they turn religion into they weaponize religion.
Yeah.
You got Lupe Fiasco. He said the books that take you to heaven and let you meet the Lord there have become misinterpreted reasons for warfare.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody is following.
Yeah. But really, what goes on, like you said, you got to follow the book. Like I'm not a perfect man at all. I'm I identify as a Christian, but I'm not a Bible thumping Christian. I
Hmm.
got a lot of work to do. I got a lot
Hmm.
that's wrong with me. But the difference with me and other people is I acknowledge my flaws
Yes.
and I'm striving to be a better man, being closer to God. But I have a problem with these people, like you said, they use, like you just said, they use religion to cover up their shit and not take accountability.
Hmm.
And I think that's what's going on with like our society now and our communities. Like people don't want to take accountability for the shit they do
Yeah.
every day, each and every day. And it's
And
like
then
if we don't take accountability and we don't get back control of our community and our society, it's going to be hell, which it is
yes,
already, but it's going to get worse.
because looking at all these little so like boom, as far as the black culture, you got all these little drill rappers. I've been looking and paying attention. A lot of these little kids, they want to be Muslims. You see them at Eid, they got on the thobes. But then as soon as it's time for the proceedings to end, you see them on Instagram throwing gang signs and smoking weed and all. It's like, wasn't y'all just at Eid? Like, wasn't everybody super Muslim like 10 minutes ago?
It's
Like,
all a joke to them. That's why.
yes. I was just about to say religion has become a joke. Life has become a video game. Everybody thinks there's a reset button. It is out of hand.
And you know what I think is going on with, if you say with religion, I don't think people should be religious. I think they should be spiritual because the
Yes.
religion, what they're doing is they're saying, well, I go to mass every day, every week. I go to church every week. I go to mosque every week. But they're not taking that stuff and learning when they're going or trying to strive to be better.
Mm-hmm.
They're going off of religion because this is what I grew up doing or this is what somebody told me to do.
Yep.
And it's like instead of you doing it because it's what you want to do and you want to learn and you want to grow better. And I think it's the same thing going on with politics too right now
Mm-hmm.
with our community. Is like when you grow up, a lot of black people they told you vote Democrat because they for black people, they for poor people. They're gonna solve your problems. They care about you. But it's like I see the opposite. It's like neither party cares about you. It's like and they're saying, well, the Republicans is racist. Yeah, they are, but the Democrats are too. My
Yep.
thing is like this: you can't. I vote on policy, and I vote based on what's right and what's wrong. I know how to deal with racists. I
Mm-hmm.
know how to deal with bad people. I know how to deal with good people. But it's like, what are you gonna get me? What do you? Just
Mm-hmm.
like you go to work or you go to a store, you be like, that's like I see it like with church. It's like I see people that go and do all these things, and it's like, why are you even doing this? They be like, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
You better have a reason for doing it. Just like it's like, what are you getting out of it?
It is out of hand these days.
And I think that's where people is messing up. They're going against things that's not good for them. If you, I think people waste time doing shit. It's
Yes.
like I always say this with me. When I go somewhere, I'm going for a specific purpose. I'm going out because I may be going to see some friends, handle some business, going to the store, going to church, going just out for a drive to get some food. But I see some people, they be like, I'm just going because I'm bored. I'm going
Yep.
outside because I'm bored. I'm like, how the hell you get bored in the year 2026? There's so much stuff that can get done that needs to be done that people need help with, and you're bored.
Man, when I've been bored, what I do? I became one of those the ministers that can marry people. I went and got that online license just cause ordained minister. That's what it is. Became an ordained minister just because I was bored. I went and got my food handler's license because I was bored. I went and got this mad stuff that people could do, but they choose not to. They because they don't know how to quiet their lower selves, if you will.
Yep. And I think too, you got a lot of people that's selfish. They really
Oh
don't
yeah.
want to. They're selfish and lazy. They really don't want to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I kind of feel about this. Is like really a lot of the stuff that's going on in our community. It can be solved in probably 1 or 2 years. if we
Yes.
work together and fix it.
But we can't work together because nobody wants to play their role. Like, I seen a video. He said the one thing he learned from another, I forgot, maybe Asians. He was like, "It's so easy to tear the black people apart.
Yep.
All it takes is for one person to just not want to. Oh, I'm not the leader. I'm not the main role. Oh yeah, I'm gonna sabotage this whole thing. A
Yep.
bunch of black people could build a boat, but because one dude can't be the captain, he gonna sink it.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I got Negro fatigue. All this stuff I be seeing online. What's that thing called? The neighborhood talk. Shade room. Baddies and all this craziness that just make black people look bad, and the people eat it up and they love it. And it's like we look bad to other countries and races. Like us as black people, we have become the joke of the country, and
Yeah.
nobody is seeing these things.
And that's kind of my problem. I don't watch none of that stuff. Shade Room, I never been a fan of them. Zeus Network, like you said, baddies, never watched them. But
And
I do follow the Shade Room to see what's going on with certain things.
I had to
Because I
get
want to
off of
see the
there.
poison that they're pushing out there for our community.
Mhm.
But I like what you're saying. It's crazy because like the ignorance gets glorified, and that's on purpose because they did it for years on TVs and movie screens, but now in music industry. But it's worse now because the technology, the algorithm is built to push dysfunction,
Yep, the
and it's
algorithm is our
trained.
biggest enemy.
Like perfect example, right now we got it's only you and I on here talking about this and watching this. If I was on, we was on here doing some ignorant shit, it'd be
Oh,
ten
so
thousand
many
people.
views. Yep.
And see, that's what goes on. Is like there are some people, it's like minded like us that want change and they actually do it, but we get ostracized for wanting that. So what I've done with that is for the people that want the same things we want, I cater to that and I talk about that stuff because I always have a saying that I say is you build it, they come.
Yep.
And I think that's what's gonna happen is like the more and more this stuff, this message gets out there, more people are gonna gravitate to that and they're gonna say, hold on, I see what they're talking about. I don't like this. And I've had people call me on the phone and tell me this too. They's like, I
Hmm.
like the stuff that you talking about because I feel this way too. I thought I was the only one that felt that way. But the way social media and the media is pushing it as these are radical thoughts
Yep.
that you think that, but it's a lot of people that think this way, but they're being told to think the other way.
Yep.
And that's what I'm trying to do with this is just break through with everything, break through all the bullshit and expose it because it's like we go back to like you said with how things used to be ran, like you said, civil rights and before civil rights. It's like the men were leading our community, and it's like you had alpha males, but see now like people always say is they trying to tear down the black man and try to tear down black people, and it's like really they don't have to do much, like you said. All they had to do is one thing, and they stir up a whole argument, and you get all black people fighting. It's like they really don't have to do much because, like you said, they view our black men as worthless because they got the guys like us, the upstanding guys. They'll say, "Well, nobody's gonna listen to them. They all we got to do is say one thing about them, and they'll start attacking them,
Hmm.
attacking us, and then." The ones that's out there, the simps, they gonna go along to get along.
Yes.
And then the thugs, they gonna go follow them and until they can't, till they go to jail or till they go off doing whatever.
And it's so sad because it's like a lot of times, like, excuse me, just like Charleston White said, a lot of our people are in jail or
Yeah,
they've been in jail, and they want to rehabilitate. And I'm gonna be honest, like when it comes to niggas that go to jail, I have a lot of friends that have been to jail. I have friends that are in jail currently.
yeah,
I love them all dearly, but to be honest, once you go to jail, depending on how you were when you are, and depending on how you were when you came out, I can't trust you. because
Nope.
jail can only make you a better criminal.
Yeah.
Is nothing about rehabilitation when you go to prison in America. And then at the same time, we have to start teaching the kids. And it's even harder now because we got all these little kids that are being raised by all these women that are just wild and didn't have any type of restraint in life. So now when you're trying to teach the kids, you got the mom popping in, don't tell me how to raise my kid. But your kid just shot somebody.
Yep.
They got some kid recently got shot by a 77-year-old or something like that. And everybody's like, "Oh, rest in peace to the kid." And it's like, do y'all know what the kids are doing there?
Yeah, and that's the thing. See with the thing you're talking about, you're hitting on something. But there are people in our community and infrastructures that market to our community and call themselves overseers of our community. They are pushing the dysfunction to make them think that's normal. Like you said, the kid got shot, but you have people out here, activists and stuff, and famous people, and even regular people saying they shouldn't have shot that kid, yelling, but they don't want to talk about what the kid did.
Exactly.
And see, this is the dysfunction. There's a multi-million-dollar, I'll go as far as to say billion-dollar machine being pumped out to promote dysfunction and keep our community stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the problem. If we can get past that, we can really do some things.
Like
And
let's
I
look
think we're
at
closer than we think with some of this stuff, but it's just like, I think the generation coming up kind of is not listening to the old guard, the
yeah,
dysfunction. And I think
yeah,
that's what's really going to shift this thing is if we can keep the kids and stuff, especially the young males, if we can keep their mind focused and going on the right path, I think we can do some big things
yeah.
with that.
Because the also too, as far as black people, the goal is to keep us from being bored. Because when you get black people that are bored, you get violence and you get a lot of single parent households.
Yeah.
I was watching. Matter of fact, yeah, we about to talk back on wrestling. Jacob Fatu, right? He got mad kids. They were like, "Oh, you were busy." He goes, "Oh, we didn't have TV." That was the worst excuse to hear as to why you have so many kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, and the people are like, "That's not cute."
Nope.
Like you got all these like I hate to single them out, but you got all these men that come from these different countries that come with that mindset that they're the alpha male. The woman has to listen to you, and did it, and then they go around having kids with all these different women, and they're creating broken homes, and then they don't want to be fathers, and then once they get into a point where the mom and the child are not back, they're not clicking with them like it used to, then it's a whole bunch of dysfunction. You got
Yep.
domestic violence going on, and then now you got women are scared of men because of one dude, and it is just bad.
And you're right. That goes back to what I was saying too. With it, what people get mad with Trump is like people get mad with Trump because he's deporting illegal immigrants from
Mm-hmm.
this country. But it's like, think about it. They're bringing a lot of crime here and drugs,
Shit, if it was up
especially in
to
the black
me,
community, and they're building stores and stuff in our community, and we have
if
nothing.
and because it's so bad, and then yo, we gotta save this. Once we get off this Instagram, we gotta save it and put it on YouTube.
So yeah, we will. We're gonna do a part two of this too because this
Oh
is
yeah,
good.
cause they got the thing that I hate too is like with the stuff that's going on. I lost my train of thought because I got dumb hype. Can you say your last thought again?
Oh, what I just said?
Yeah.
Yeah, Trump is. They're getting mad at Trump because he's sending ICE to deport these illegals. But it's like you got to think about this. They're coming in our communities, bringing crime, killing our kids, um, taking our resources. Because a lot of them
Boom.
get on Medicaid and all that, and Americans can't even get on it. And
Oh,
they have
listen.
their kids here. I call them anchor babies to
Mm-hmm.
get on the system so they can be citizens. And what they
Yep.
also do too is they build businesses in our communities that we can't even build.
Yes. When's the last time you seen a black person work at a Chinese restaurant?
You never will.
When's the last time you seen a black person working at like one of those supermarkets?
Never. No, but I'll say this. in the town I live in North Carolina, as Rossboro, North Carolina, years ago, it was this Japanese man. He was cool. He had it was a black guy. He had working at the Japanese restaurant, and he was his best cook, and he made him the manager, and he's gonna have him run
Mm-hmm.
that shop while he went to build the one in the next town over. But
Mm-hmm.
I think he made the cook mad and left. But the guy said he's the first Black American to ever be a cook for, I think, a Japanese restaurant. I know he said for his, but I think he said in general.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that is crazy. Because the black guy was telling us that me and my family, we went inside at 8. I think this was for my birthday years ago. I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
and we was like, that is crazy. And that guy can cook.
And then with these, like with the different countries and everything that's going on, it's like us as far as black people, they nobody wants to. It's a catch-22. It's hard for us blacks to really blend with other ethnicities because it's either they have a negative outlook on us, which makes them apprehensive to want to be around us, but then we have a aggressive, outgoing nature where when we encounter other people, we have to do it in a way where we want to be feared, and it's like there's no give when you're dealing with us. And then once you do try to show a little bit of compassion, you get walked over, or your own people will try to say that you're soft or something. And
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to be black. It is hard to be black.
Yep.
Not only are you getting heat from all other sides, but you're getting it the most from your own people.
You are right.
Family. You can't do business with your own family. They'll be the first to fuck you over.
Yep.
You can't go nowhere with some of your friends. I had a situation. Well, I didn't have a situation. One of my friends had a situation. He went out with one of his friends or a couple of his friends. He didn't have the money to go. But as you know, as we grew up, our moms told us if you don't have money, don't go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
My man's decided to go out with his friend. He didn't have the money to go. And instead of his friend looking out for him, his friend let him sit there while everybody's eating. The waiter comes up. Oh, aren't you going to order something? Oh, no, no, no. He's fasting.
That's
And
fucked
it's
up.
like, damn, that's supposed to be your friend.
That is fucked up.
It's like your friends can't look out for you. Like, listen, sad part, like when my mom died, besides you and the dojo, a lot of my friends weren't there for me.
Damn.
Like when that happened, the dojo came and got me, and we performed. We opened for Isham and Mr. Hyde, like the next day or the day after. And it's like when it comes and then everybody else wants to act like things are so normal. Like you could go through a traumatic experience, and because they don't know how to talk to you, people will leave you alone. And then once everything is cool and you've come out of that darkness, then everybody wants to come around and be friendly. And it's just like, but then when they go through that same thing and you're not there for them, they get mad at you.
That is crazy. And it's because, like you said, they weren't. A lot of them weren't raised with the morals and values that we grew up with,
Or compassion. A lot of these people have
or
been raised
compassion.
off of survival.
Yeah.
The majority of our people are raised off of survival. And
Yeah.
touching back on the subject of music, I don't get me wrong. Yes, a lot of us have struggled. Yes, it is very bad that a lot of us have lived in such piss poor conditions. But struggle music, we've heard it all before.
Yeah.
Everybody goes through the struggle. So for you to like the street people, oh, I'm just rapping about my experiences. Nobody wants to hear drug music anymore. We've had
Nope.
that for centuries. Do
Yeah.
something else. Like, listen, even talking on this right now, I know some of my friends are gonna see this and they're gonna be mad. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of my friends do not make music that I can really fuck with. It's not that it's just I'm just a different type of listener of music. So when I got friends, they make music to them. It's a great song. Like, oh, this is banging. And to me, I'm like, that is shit. And it's
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy.
it's like,
And it's like that.
mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of at the point now to where, like you said, I don't. 2025, I think, was the year I listened to the least amount of music. And it's crazy. I never said that because it's like I didn't see a lot worth me listening to.
For me, I
I
would
got
say that about rap. Like rap, I fell off for rap hard. The last time I actually no, I'm gonna keep it real. The last time I listened to a full rap project was J. Cole. But when it comes to J. Cole, I am a fan. When the the off season came out, I was listening to that religiously. But this new album, I listened to it one time, never went back to it. Like, yeah, it's a good album. I liked it. It was cool, but I don't. That's at 35 years old. I don't want to hear rap anymore. I mean, it's not that I don't want to. It's just that's not my bag anymore. I like the soulful music. I like singing. I like melodies. Like, and I don't like melodic rap.
you don't like melodic rap?
Depending on who makes it. Sometimes people make it, and it's just like people just try to hit a certain niche so they could sell to people. But it's like, nah, this formula ain't working.
Yeah, I kind of like it, but it's crazy. I used to do a playlist all the time. I didn't when I did my playlist and I started back up this shit.
Hmm.
You know what song it was that I put on there? It
What?
got me hyped with what I like to listen to all the time.
What song?
She said, "Take your time, what's the rush?"
Yeah, that's a good
That
song.
that song is hot, man.
Real
And
quick, let's
Leon
talk.
Thomas, he is talented.
He is definitely great. He's been doing his shit for years. But just to touch on that, right? Listening to the Chris Brown version. Let's talk about Chris Brown real quick. Ladies are gonna hate this. Chris Brown is a rich loser. Let's keep it real.
Yeah.
I listened to Chris Brown and Young Thug album when that came out.
Hmm.
All they sung about was getting bitches high and drunk and having sex. And it's like, you're rich. Why do you need to do that? Like, you should just walk in the room. Of course, they could walk in the room and girls don't want to sleep with them, but knowing what they come with, you listen to their songs. Like, Chris Brown has a lot of rapey lyrics. I'm sorry.
Well, I think a lot of these songs are like that. Is rapey, and if you really think about it, because I heard Charleston White say it with that song too, "Dope Baby," and I was like, when I first heard the song, I didn't know what it was saying. I thought it was saying "Go Baby," and then when I kept listening to it for like some weeks, I got what it's saying. But I'm saying it's a rape song if you think about it, and it's probably the most ignorant song I've ever heard.
What's that song that NBA YoungBoy came out with where all the girls, I'm the baby Buddha. That shit, the women are dancing to a song that the nigga's telling you he's gonna get you pregnant and leave you single. And the women eat it up and dance to it like they have no sense. It's like, are you not listening to the? But then that's the problem. They don't want to listen to the lyrics. They just want to vibe. So they just listening to the beat.
Yeah, and that shows you how powerful music is. Because that's like I said with "Dope Baby." I heard that. I, I heard the words to the song. I'm like, hold on, what the hell? And I was like,
Like,
the song is ignorant, but I like it's. I like the song because I like the beat.
and then
It's
it's
like a hype
sad.
song, but it's not like a song I would listen to every year.
It's just sad. We went from treat her like a lady to I ain't got no love for a slut. I'm gonna put my thumb in her butt. Like what?
What?
Like it got crazy. It's like, and then it's just so sad. Like for instance, R&B is not R&B. Like
Uh-uh.
for a good while, Trey Songz was running the radio. Women love Trey Songz,
Yeah.
and for me, I'm like, is anybody else tired? Like I can enjoy a nice song, a R&B song, where it's innuendos. They're talking about sex, but you have to really get it. Like you got to really listen to it and be like, oh. But when you're just straight up, yeah, girl, let me put my in your. No, I don't want to hear that. Like there's time I was in the car with some of my nieces. We're driving around, and what's that song? What was that song? Say I comes on. I cut the radio off. I'm like, what are we listening to this for? I'm
You
like, she's
you didn't
talking.
like say I?
No, I don't like a lot of. I'm gonna be honest. When it comes to Trey songs, I only like just gotta make it. A lot of the sex music, I'm not a fan of. Chris Brown, I don't listen to. Like, what's that? Heartbreak on the Full Moon. I like some of those songs, but the real sex music, get that shit off my. I don't want to hear that. Like it feels like my ears are being violated. It's like I don't want to hear. And then songs where they moan on the track, I don't want to hear that.
Nah, I don't want to hear that. But Chris
It's
Brown
like
is one
those.
of my favorite artists. I think he's talented as hell. I think it's just
He's
like you said,
definite.
the lyrics.
He's definitely talented. It's just he has rapey music. He's
Yeah,
take off your clothes or I'm gonna get mad. What? And
yeah, it's
women are like,
crazy.
yeah, Chris. And it's like, where did the sense go? As long as a man got a bunch of money, they don't care how they're treated.
Yeah, they don't. I don't know if you saw the part years ago. A few years ago, he was charging women $1,000 to do a meet and greet with him.
Yes,
And they
and
saw
so
all kind of
many.
stuff. One woman even broke up with her boyfriend just to go because he got pissed off about it.
Hmm.
I'm like, this is crazy.
And back then, that what those meet and greet pictures are now is what an R. Kelly concert was back in the day before he was outed as a pervert.
Yep.
If you went to a R. Kelly concert single, you was leaving with a chick. But if you went there with a chick, you was leaving single.
Uh huh.
Like those days were, and even concerts, clubs, you can't go nowhere without a fight breaking out. Niggas gotta shoot shit up. What's that thing? Um, the Caribbean thing where they have the, I think is what's the parade? Labor Day. They have the Labor Day parade. You got a bunch of men that show up to beef with other men. You got scantily clad women dressing and dancing and walking around, but you worried about the other dudes.
I think a lot of them dudes is gay. They just trying to
Yes.
mask that.
Yes.
That's why you see a lot of dudes when you see them want to fight like that around a bunch of women. They're gay.
All they want to do is you got dudes they want to impress other dudes. It's like, and then it's nobody has their own mind anymore. As soon as a pair of Jordans dropped, the whole nation got on the same pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Uh,
And I don't wear Jordans for that reason right now because everybody got them. I don't.
as
I'm like,
soon
well,
as
I
you
want
get
to
that
wear
one
everything
pair.
that other men are wearing.
Hmm. And then also too, I seen a post. This woman said, "Oh, you know niggas that ain't have shit their whole life, and then they pop out with an expensive watch." And it's like, so of course, it's bad to be pocket watching, but it's like, let's look at, let's, to be honest, let's look at our black women. Not all of them, but a good majority of them. Fake hair, fake eyelashes, fake complexion, fake body. And they're complaining about a man having a fake watch?
Yeah.
They go outside, their whole outfit could possibly be $60 at max. But if you don't have one of the newest shit, you can't even look her way. Like, what's going on with our people?
Or if you don't make six figures, you can't even look her way or talk to her. I'm like,
And
what?
meanwhile, she's on food stamps and she got
Yeah.
6 kids.
Yeah.
It is
It's,
insanity in these
it's
streets.
dysfunctional. Yeah, I don't get it.
It
And,
is
that,
terrible.
and another man you mentioned, another man too, like you said, like Kevin Samuels, they hate his guts and he's dead.
And he was telling the truth.
Think about it. That man
He,
is dead. His words still ring truth to this day,
yep.
more and more.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that man was a prophet. It sounds. It's like I don't get it. You had women celebrating his death.
Yes.
That is cold.
And it was bad though because a lot of people took what Kevin Samuels was saying and they twisted it, and that's how we ended up with Fresh and Fit, all these red pill guys, and
Huh?
it's like all of this happened because of the decline of love in our community is what caused all of this. There's no more community. When I lived in Edenwald, when I was a kid, when you get into, well, the neighbors weren't beating each other's kids, but that's what it was back in the day. If you did something wrong, you would get a beating before you even got home.
Uh
The
huh.
whole neighborhood looked out for each other.
Yeah.
Now you can't even trust your neighbor to leave your door open to go to the store.
Nope.
You buying stuff, you bringing it in the crib. You got to be careful of what you do and what time you do it, because niggas will rob your house and they'll fuck around and help you look for the shit they stole from you.
Yep.
Chris Rock said it best. Well, there's a war going on outside. It's the black people versus the niggas, and the niggas gotta go.
Yep.
And nobody wants to hear that. As soon as you call black people out for being dumb, oh man, forget. For every 5 black dudes that have their heads on straight, there's like at least 20,000 that just don't give a fuck.
Yep. They don't want to hear it.
What they need to do, they need to take down all the Black History Month. Watch these people. watch 1,000 black men. Was it? Was it 10,000 black men named George or 1,000 black men named George? Rolling Thunder, Hear My Cry. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that Black history has to be put back. And it's funny because this stuff was force fed to me as a kid, so I used to hate being black growing up. But now that I'm older and appreciate it more, and I see what it is, and I see the struggle, and I know where we have to go to get better, it's just like we have to reprogram our youth. We have to reprogram ourselves. We have to love each other. But it's so hard because we can't trust.
Yep.
As soon as you start trusting the motherfucker, they'll switch up on you and they'll stab you in the back.
Yep.
What Jay-Z said, see, to be Bobby, then you have to be Bobby now. See Jesus, see Judas, see Caesar, see Brutus, see success is like suicide. Suicide is a suicide. If you succeed, prepare to be crucified.
Yep. I think the thing that's gonna solve all that is you just gotta instill masculinity and
Yep.
the traditional values of men. You ever listen to Judge Joe Brown, his videos?
No, I actually didn't know he was making videos. Last time I
Yeah, that
seen him, he
man
was
he
on
does
TV.
he got a podcast and he be talking about all the shit going on and he's like he
Oh,
basically broke down the definition of manhood. He said it's basically duty, honor, accountability, responsibility, economic prosperity. He said you make your place where you live at, you make it more prosperous. And he said it's about a man has to have a cause and a purpose.
mm-hmm.
And he said he's there to protect women, womanhood, and childhood. And he said he promotes manhood.
And then you look at what's his name, Steve Harvey, when he came out with "Think Like a Man," that fucked everything up.
That was the biggest. He put the biggest lie in that book. Men don't
And
even think like the way he said it.
nope. And then they
Simps
got
think like
women
that,
thinking,
and Pookie and Ray Rays.
it is, oh my God, like what is it? It's bad. Then also too, let's just look at the civilization. Let's look at everything that's going on now. The food is bad. The food that's pumped into our communities is not healthy for us. The drinks that we have aren't good. Everybody wants to drink tequila and shitty tequila at that. You got somebody who came online, they said, Kevin Hart got the best tequila in the game. Little do you know, celebrity tequila is some of the shittiest tequila you can buy.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to think about these things. They just see the name. I got on my cousin a few years ago. We went to the store. Listen, I'm Julius from Everybody Hates Chris. We go to the store. He go get
Me
this
too.
pack. He get he get this pack of white T-shirts. Put it up. The lady ring it up, and it should say $60. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Why is it $60 for 3 white T-shirts? Oh, these are polo. Really, bro? He's like, yeah, and I gotta wash it in a certain temperature so the horses don't fade. Really, bro? And then you got people. I got on the newest Tommy and the Timberlands. Y'all know those are racist companies. They don't want black people wearing their shit.
Well,
Cristal, they didn't want black people buying Cristal.
uh-huh.
Now you got Ace of Spades, but I hate to say it, Jay-Z is gonna profit off the ignorance of the black community. And I hate to say it too. If I was in that position, I would profit off the ignorance too, because it's like as much as I can try to teach you, you're not gonna listen. So why not just put it out there, just make the money off of y'all until y'all
Yeah.
burn yourself out.
Yep. And the problem is if you had a regular guy doing that same thing, selling that, they would sit here and laugh at it.
And then
But
support
when it's
black
a
business.
celebrity, they'll go buy it. You try to get them to buy your products and stuff, they ain't gonna do it.
And then when it comes to supporting black business, that's a joke.
Yeah.
People will give you the bare minimum and expect the most pay. Like I seen this one dude had on this little shitty T-shirt. He put the word lifestyle on the shirt, and he wanted $75. And I'm like, bro, I could go make that. Like the shirt is $5, and put the words on it probably be $3.
Yep.
But also too, it's just like to separate from just blacks, like just in general. Mm, everything is more expensive. The cost of living is going up. But money
Yep.
is man-made. The
Yep.
concept of money is man-made. So it's like, we're the country's in debt. To who? We all just made this shit up.
Yep.
We can literally just say, yo, tomorrow money does not matter. We could just start doing the barter system.
Yeah,
Like, how is that going to destroy the economy? Like, how's that going to hurt people?
because the American dollar that lost its value. It's what they said is American dollar is backed by it's not backed by anything anymore, but the American worker,
It's
and there's
not
not a
backed by the
lot of
gold
American
anymore.
workers now. So think about that.
Mm,
That's basically that money is basically worth the same amount as the toilet paper
mm. And you got people out
in
there
the
killing and
bathroom.
stealing for all of it.
Yeah,
And then you got, and then when it comes to New York living, you got these people, these transplants. They come to New York, they go live somewhere for 3K for a few seasons, and they leave, and then they don't take the rent price with them. So now the community's gone up, and it's like you have families who've lived in certain places for decades. Now,
yep,
because they want to raise the price, you're uprooting a whole family from where they grew up,
yep,
and you're destroying that community. That, like I said, there's no more community because people can't afford to live there. People can't afford to live and pay their rent at the same time. They can't afford to pay the rent, eat food, and travel all off of one. Before you could have one job and be okay.
yeah.
Now you
You
got
can
to
take
have
care
at
of a whole
least
family.
yes. Now you got
Now
to have at
everybody in
least
the house
three.
got to work
Yes.
two
And
jobs.
and even if you do work, if everybody in that house work, guess what? That rent going up.
Yep,
It's a never ending cycle of fucketry.
yep. And our people, all they care about is the Kendrick and Drake beef.
And let's talk about that. Everybody, like, nobody's paying attention to the real shit that's going on because of all of the stuff that they're putting out to distract us. Every time something go on, you gotta create what was going on. I can't remember exactly what was going on, but boom, the Diddy shit happened. Now we got the war bubbling, and now you got Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Man and the Drake. And whenever there's something going on big in the country, they're gonna disguise it by throwing some bullshit out
Yeah.
to confuse the black community. Like, yeah, there's an inflation and there's a government shutdown. But did you hear that new Drake diss track?
And you know why they locked Diddy up? It wasn't because of any of the stuff he did.
It was because of wasn't that because of his shit with Diago?
Yeah, that was the number one reason, but it was another reason too. In 2020, he was about to launch a political party. He's
Mhm.
preparing where he was going to fund the candidates that support black people's interests,
Mhm.
and he was going to start building up black communities. And he said he was going to use that money as a war chest, so black people we run our own people independent. And
It
he through
sounds
his
good, but
political party.
to be honest, like when you look at the track record of our people, how long is that gonna last before we gonna turn on each other and fuck that up?
But exactly, that's what happened. He started talking about organizing and getting them together, and he was going to do it before the 2024 election.
Mm.
So he could say the Democrats won't be able to take the black vote for granted. He said that in an interview with Charlemagne, and he told him we coming. He said I'm a warrior, and I think that's the interview they shut him down
And that's
because
the
he was
sad
saying
part.
it don't make sense that they keep taking our vote for granted and nobody's saying anything about it. Black people just keep going along with it.
Like, look at Bill Cosby. Like, two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah,
Yes, Bill Cosby was doing what he was doing back in the days, but that was back in the days. It was normal back then.
yeah,
Not to give an excuse for that, but
yeah.
he tried to buy what, CBS or NBC, whichever one he tried to
NBC.
buy.
They
Yeah,
said he secured the funding twice to get it. Think about if he would have bought NBC.
oh
That would have
Lord,
been crazy.
it would have been great. And then
It'd
wasn't
have
did
been
he trying to
totally
buy
different.
the wasn't he trying to buy the what's that football team that Cam Newton was on?
Yeah, Diddy
The
was trying to buy the Panthers. He got. They said 14 of the owners, of the 32 owners, was prepared to vote for him. But they said the rest, he needed a majority to get it. They said almost half of them was about to vote for him to get the team if he got it.
it's a damn shame. Every time we get in a position to try to take over, they're gonna put something in the way to just mess it up.
Man, you got to think about it. They always take down the people that's not coons, but
Kanye
they put
West.
the coons up there and they try to make them like they're a god or something. But
Yep,
they throw
Kanye
dirt
West.
on the ones that's for the community.
Because I'm gonna keep it real. Before Kanye West, all right. When it comes to Kanye West, he was definitely for us until he got with Kim Kardashian.
Yep.
That's when it went downhill. Like once he went, I can literally. I've been. I've. I can still say I'm a Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't even go because I did listen to Bully. I ain't even gonna hold you. I did listen to Bully, and I do like that song White Lines. Um, when it comes to Kanye West, he was for us, but when you look at the timeline, as soon as that song Theraflu came out, that was the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
The Kanye that we knew was dying out.
Yeah.
And because he was throwing off the black community, everybody thought different of him. Everybody felt some type of way about how he was moving. But he became a billionaire. He was ready to have his when Adidas and stuff pulled out, he was ready to just launch Yeezy and do his own thing. But every time people get into that position, somebody's gonna mess it up. And he said what he said about Jewish people. It was very bad. It was terrible. But at the same time, now you can't even say nothing about Jewish people. They'll shut you down real quick. But
Yeah, because
we've
remember
been
on TikTok, I don't know, they did something about they TikTok, that billionaire Ellison ended up buying it because they said China, they took TikTok from them because they said when that Osama bin Laden thing went viral
hmm
about the 9/11 thing,
yeah.
they was like they had to shut it down.
Mm. And TikTok, I'm not gonna lie, TikTok has some cool stuff. I learned a couple of hacks from TikTok, but when you really look at it, it's destroyed the youth because everybody has TikTok brain. Now you can't really. A lot of people don't listen to anything that's past 15 seconds.
Yeah.
You can't
It,
come out with a whole. Remember when we used to have out when we were young, albums used to be 20, 25 tracks.
yeah.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. Like recently, when Chris Brown came out with his album, and she had 32 tracks. I said, "Yo, in this era, who the fuck gonna listen to that?"
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna take like a TikTok brain motherfucker. It's gonna take them 6 years to listen to a whole Chris Brown album with 32 tracks.
Yeah.
And
You're right. It's crazy. It the thing they said with TikTok, they said China doesn't even run the same
no, they
program
don't run it
on
no more.
TikTok that they run with us.
They had to sell it. It was something that had to be done, and they had to sell it. And then Trump had to be the one to pop up to make himself look good. He's like, no, bring it back TikTok. In reality, we have to get rid of all this stuff. TikTok, I'm sad to say, Instagram has to go. Like, and to be honest, it's bad. Well, I personally would say we need to get rid of certain mediums of social media, or at least of the internet. Like, if I was the president, I would have it where there's only educational stuff that you can access. Like in order for you to access something like World Star Hip Hop, you would need a government given code. And that
I agree.
you can only get that through certain channels, or how there's certain things you would have to do to get that. If we just promoted nothing but healthy, like if the TV took off all of the craziness and we just put on educational shows with the music. We took off all the bullshit music and we just put up all the stuff from let if we put Stevie Wonder songs in the key of life on the radio for the next 10 years,
Yep.
I feel like there would be a big change in in the communities because we're putting out a bunch of bullshit, and because it's bullshit, it's easier to consume.
Yeah.
That's why with Tupac had a hard time because he had to give him the candy before he gave him the medicine. He was doing
Yep.
all the thug shit. He was doing all the fuck the bitches. But when he was getting ready to get off of death row and start his Amaru label, he was gonna start giving us the real shit. And he had his downfall. It's sad to say, Suge Knight was the one that helped orchestrate the shit.
Yep.
His
You're
own
right.
people.
But I agree with you on that thing to a certain extent as far as with the social media. It's gonna be hard to do that because of as far as like banning it completely and
Oh, you got to
putting a
do it
government ID
little
because
by
that goes
little.
against the First Amendment. censorship
Ah,
or
yeah.
free speech. So I think we need the apps, but I think, like you said, as far as for kids, they shouldn't be able to use them.
Yeah, and then that's even harder too because these kids are smart. They will find a way to get around these things to get to what they need to get to.
Yeah.
These kids are little devious ones. I remember when I was a kid, man, we getting past the children guard, pressing select and enter to watch the porn that night. You feel me? Like it was different.
Yeah, man. Well, yo, I'm gonna wrap this up. It was good talking to you.
Oh
We're
yeah,
gonna do a
man.
part 2 to this.
Definitely save this and we gonna put it up and we gonna chat again.
Definitely.
All right, brother.
All right, brother. Stay up, bro.
Definitely. I'll talk to you. I'm gonna send you the link for the group chat.
Okay.
All right.